the linebackers outran him to the spot. And we saw it all the time.
I mean, he was, I think in the UCLA game, it was that he needs to be, I don't think it's that he lacks athletic ability, horizontally as well as he moved east-west. Or, I mean, I'm sorry, not east-west, but north.
Always content. Always. So like most of your guys' gyms probably close early on Saturdays. Mine as well closes at I think 4 or 5. It's 2 o'clock already and I have some more work to finish up, so I'm not going to be able to get to the gym today, which is fine because I have a lot of basic equipment at my house. One being a floor. That's a good start for anyone looking for an at-home workout. You just need to have a floor in your house. You could do squats, push-ups, all these different wonderful things. I do have a pull-up bar, bench press downstairs. It's really fucking messy. We're like hoarding shit downstairs. Like we have things from like 2006 that we've never used, but we want to keep it just in case we might use it. It's ridiculous. As I showed you before, it's going to be like a circuit, and that's what I suggest doing because a lot of times if you're at home doing your workout, you don't have a lot of equipment, so you're not going to be able to do like heavy weights for like really good muscle building workouts. I have a treadmill downstairs. If you watched, I think it was vlog week 3, me and Steve went to some random ass warehouse and got a shitty ass treadmill. I'm going to start by warming up. Usually I like to do like jump rope and stuff to warm up. I'm not going to be able to jump rope anywhere in my house, so I'm going to walk for 10 minutes, jog for the first circuit to get my heart rate up, and then I'm going to start doing kind of like muscle building stuff. So I'm going to do 35 push-ups, run upstairs. This is all going to be downstairs. I'm going to run upstairs, do pull-ups right there, 45-second plank. I have some yoga mats downstairs that I'm going to plank on. Whipped out 100K, throw the plank on it. And I also have the bench press downstairs, circuit through that. It's going to be hard, obviously, but it's going to be a good mix of muscle and cardio. After I'm done with that, I'm not going to go back to walking for 10 minutes again. I'm going to skip right to here, and I'm going to do sprints instead of the jogging for 2 minutes. I'll see how hard it is to do all these and then go back to that, but I'll probably take like a minute, 2 minutes rest after this is done before I start back up here again. And the sprints will, I mean, I'm not going to go crazy. I don't think my treadmill even goes past like 10 speed, which is, I mean, not easy, but it's easy for me to do sprints at 10 speed. So I'll probably do like 10 speed for maybe 30 to 45 seconds before I get right into here. And the good thing about circuits, like at home workout, like I said, you're not going to be able to do heavy weights on things, so you're not going to be sore the next day. So like I might go to the gym and do chest tomorrow or back tomorrow or something, right? So like push-ups, lightweight bench press for me, these things aren't going to leave me sore tomorrow. It's just going to be a very good cardio, and it is going to work your muscles a little bit. I've also found that, you know, if you go to the gym, right, and you're supposed to, it's T Tuesday, chest day, you get there and you're like a little more sore than you should be in order, like you should recover fully before you go into a chest workout. You're there and you're sore and you're like, maybe I shouldn't push it today. What I've found is, one, don't do a full chest workout. Do like legs or whatever your next movement is. If you're not too sore to do them, is start off the workout with something that's like a chest exercise. So get on the bench press and do lightweight. Like for me, maybe I throw 35s on the side or 45s on the side, which is not a lot of weight for me, but I do maybe 2-3 sets of that at like 8 reps. So it's not hard at all for me. It's not pushing myself, but what it does is it works the muscles enough to where it's not going to be sore the next day. And in my experience, I have no science backing this, no logical reason for, I mean, I think this is the logical reason for it, is that when you work the muscles, it makes your body feed those muscles with more nutrients and more water and stuff. So it's making the body work to recover the muscles, even though you're not breaking them down enough to be sore. So in my experience, if I go to the gym looking to lift chest and I'm too sore, I'll do like 2 exercises that are chest involved. I'll work them very lightly, and the next day I found I'm way more recovered than I would be if I hadn't. So that's just a little tip or trick if you're into like bodybuilding and you like to work out and lift weights and stuff.
30 minutes, savior, travel right.
Treadmill, push-ups, plank, pull-ups, bench press. Let's get it. right, so that's one round. Jog, push-ups, pull-ups, plank, bench. Let me turn this camera off. So I'm gonna rest, catch my breath. That was pretty tough. It'll definitely get really hard at the end of the second and third and fourth round. I'm gonna push for 3. If I feel like I can do a 4th, I'm gonna go for the 4th round. Otherwise, that'll be a pretty good little circuit to get the blood flowing. Sorry, it's dark down here, so this goes slow-mo sometimes. Yeah, I'm about to get into a sprint. So one tip I have as far as push-ups, I've noticed a great way to work on your, sorry, let me give you something good. Your upper chest, instead of doing like all incline bench press and whatnot, instead of going flat, like a regular push-up, you know, shoulder width, you wanna scoot your legs up. So, instead of how you normally have them out, move them up, your ass is in the air. And that way when you go down, you're going down at an angle that will really emphasize the upper chest. So if I'm doing like a set of, like I'm doing now, 35 push-ups, I'll do like 10 of those in the beginning. Very hard to do 35 of them because you put, when you move your legs up, you put a lot of your body weight on your upper half. So when you're doing it, it's almost like you're doing an incline push-up, like chest press. Also, there's a load on your shoulders. So you gotta make sure you keep your shoulders, you know, pinned back so that you're hitting your chest. Your shoulders are rolled forward, you're gonna be hitting your shoulders a lot. So that's a tip, and then I'll bang out the rest, 20, 25 push-ups regular. All right, so that's the gist of the workout. I'm not gonna film the rest because it takes me time to set up the cameras and shit. I don't wanna do the circuit correctly, you know, one after the other, but that's the gist. If you have any questions about it, hit me up, you know I'm down to answer the question, so.
You know what that means. Wha-bam! What else we got in here? So that's what we got here. 13-inch mini championship belt. Very good quality. Just as good quality as my big one from Fantasy Jocks. There will be a link in the description as well as a promo code down there. So if you're looking to buy something for your league, whether it's trophies, belts, rings, this is my ring for the E-Town Get Down, the big money league that I play in with my friends. We get a ring each year for the winner, as well as we have the big championship belt that gets passed around from person to person. Fantasy Jocks t-shirt, that's what's up. Dustin, thank you very much from Fantasy Jocks. Y'all are the titties. Oh, they got tank tops working in here too. Let's go. I mean, it's like 12 degrees out right now, but I'll be able to wear this eventually. Thank you, Fantasy Jocks. As always, make sure you go follow me on Instagram, comment with the hashtag BDGE, and you're entered to win either this for your league or a BDGE dad hat.
With this one, you're definitely welcome to come to the next upcoming intensive that's going to be over his birthday weekend in LA. But anyway, the point is that Derek, he's blowing up. He's like going viral. He had 48,000 subscribers while we were there. He's now at like 70 or like 80,000, making like $1 million a month.
Holy shit.
Opening up his entire network, whether you want to have speaking opportunities, whether you want to get like the right kinds of connections, you'll be in a powerful position to own your niche, to really be rocking it.
How many people does he work with, like at one time, with these things?
So very, 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 very few. He has 2 coaching clients right now.
Yeah, I saw him post that he was trying to bring in 2 more. I figured there must be 1 million people DMing him and being like, hey, I want this spot, you know? It feels weird that like I would be selected to go on to the next one or whatever it is, you know?
Well, I can tell you that he's super picky about who he connects me with. And then I'm super picky about who I would extend the offer to. And I can tell you that too for Ascent, for the weekend that we had, there were over 1,000 applicants. And we were 12 people in the house in LA. I mean, we could have filled it up with 50 people easy, but I'm picky AF.
Makes me feel a little good, I guess.
Where you're at, really exciting. It's like before this like wave of like
Right.
goodness. The results that he gets and that he's been getting with people speak for themselves. It's really, really impressive. So you'd be invited, and I'm super excited because I'll be there too. May 3rd until the 5th in LA, and it's over. Or no, 3rd to the 6th, excuse me. Last time in January, we went to Tom Bilyeu's house. Do you know him? He was the co-founder of Quest Nutrition, which is like $1 billion company.
Yeah.
Because knowing him too, like he's gonna fall in love with you and just like love you too, and just think that you're so awesome and get really excited too. And he's really generous naturally, so he'll like pull out the stops for you and get really excited and invested. And that's just how he is. Sometimes I have to be like, Daniel,
you got other shit to do.
like normally I'd be like, it would either go one or two ways. I think that it would be amazing to have you join, but I felt like it was kind of a given. I think you're amazing. I think like you're like on this brink of like epic momentum. I think it'd be a pleasure to have you working with Daniel, and if they could find a way to get you also to the event.
All right, I'm trying to catch my breath right now. That call I was just on, this is an interview process I've been going through. I haven't talked about it on my channel yet. I actually mentioned this guy in my last vlog. A kid named Daniel D. Piazza, goes by the name Rich 20-something, and he's this very successful entrepreneur. This is his Instagram if you want to go check him out or follow him or whatever. A couple weeks ago he put up a story talking about, because he mentors people, he'll take a couple people that he'll teach and mentor and take into a program and work with them one-on-one. And he put up a post about it, and he was like, if you're interested in blah blah blah, please DM me and we'll talk more. So I DM'd him, we talked, then he sent me a follow-up email, and it was like a long application you had to fill out, and you had to talk about like where you are and what your goals are and all these kind of things. And he emailed me, and then he set me up with his number, his right-hand man, who's a woman, and we just got off like a 45-minute Skype call. And it's a very exclusive kind of class, or a very exclusive mentorship program. Like I said, he's only taking on 2 people, and he has a following of like 300,000 people. They just offered me a spot in the program. Thing is, it's a heavy investment financially, probably time and energy wise too, but I'm not worried about that stuff. It's a good chunk of money. It's definitely not like something I have laying around. I do have a savings account, but that would hit it a little bit. I know myself, and I feel like I'm probably gonna end up doing it. It's a 90-day program where you work one-on-one with him, and you set up a strategy and all these different strategies of how you're gonna attack your business over the next year. The results that they're showing me and the people that he works with are all like really incredible people. And I feel like this is such a good opportunity for me, because where I'm at right now, I have a lot of belief in myself, right? A lot of confidence in where I'm going, but it's like I'm at a point where I'm either going to, like, it's gonna be really big, like it's gonna explode everything I'm doing in a good way, or I'm just gonna stay stagnant and I'm not gonna be able to take myself to the next level. And it's not because like I'm not willing to work hard enough for it, but it's just like my lack of experience. Like I don't know how to scale, and I don't know how to run this stuff properly because I've never done it before, and I don't have any help above me. I don't have a boss, I don't have a mentor, I don't have any of these things, and that's what he is, right? He's somewhere who's been, and his personality is so like mine. 29, he's just turning 30, but he has like that kind of like motivational, emotional, spiritual side of him, but also has that like the same personality I have, where like one clip it could be me and my friends out at a bar getting weird to Action Bronson, right? And that's what he does. That's like exactly how he is, but he is super successful. He's making millions of dollars a month doing the stuff that he does. And I can't imagine, they were like asking me like, what are your goals? And I was like, eventually in a year, 2 years, I'd like to get back to probably like the salary I was making in New York, which is like around $65,000, because I can live comfortably off that, right? That's the job I left when I was 23 I was 23 or 24. That was like around, I think that's what my salary was. And I left that job to do this by myself. And she started laughing at me, and I was like, what? He's like, you are literally going to crush that within the next like 6 months. And like obviously a lot of people would say if she's like a salesperson and there's a lot of money on the line for me to invest, that's one thing. But I feel like I'm good at weeding out people, feeling out who's genuine and what people are saying and whether or not it's genuine. I could tell, like we had a really good connection. She's like, you and Dan are gonna get along so well. And she's like, you're gonna absolutely crush it with Dan. She was like, what pushes you, is it, I'm like, it's not finances, it's not money, it's having the freedom and flexibility to do what I want in my life, like when I want to do it, and not having my creativity kind of boxed in. She was like, I believe in you. She's like, I really think you're awesome, and I think this program is gonna work out so well for you. And I got like such a good vibe from it, and I feel like it could be such a good thing. I'm just, the only thing holding me back is money. And I know myself, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up doing the program, but
I'm gonna have to live a little bit cautiously going forward. But I think it's an investment I should make and I need to make, because it's not only like he's setting me up in the near future. It's like I'm gonna learn so much from him, and he's a connection of mine now, and he has such a big name. And she was like, we don't offer this out to, like, it's a very few amount. She said last time they had it, they had 1,000 applications and they only accepted 6 people into the program. And she was like, she already told me like halfway through the conversation, she's like, these are the 2 packages. Let me know in the next couple of days if you want in. I'm reserving a spot for you. Yeah. But it's just scary putting up that financial front with no backing and, you know, no guarantee that it's going to work out. I mean, I do think it will, but it's just like scary thinking about putting money down and not having a backup plan for it. So right now it's Monday morning, February 26th, about 11 a.m. I'm getting on a call in an hour at noon with the virtual real estate company that I've been working with. Again, I told you about the $1,000 ad spend that they gave me, along with, I don't know, 1 or 2 other people that they're testing with to see who they want to work with long term. And the $1,000 ad spend is done. I actually emailed them and said that the ad spend was done. Do you want me to continue since we're seeing good results? They said, yeah, keep going. And then we'll get on a call Monday, which is today. So I'm about to get on that call. And what I'm doing right now is going over just basically the entire campaign. In the email, you know, when I told them that we were done, he's like, let's hop on a call next week to discuss what you've learned, areas of improvement, next steps. So a few different points that he wants to go over during the call. Now I'm breaking down the campaigns and the numbers inside Facebook Business Manager. And the awesome part about Facebook, and this is, I obviously wasn't around, I haven't been around in the marketing world for the last 30 years, but there is, I can imagine there's nothing even comparable to the Facebook and Instagram platform in terms of targeting and granularity and how specific you can break down campaigns. So for instance, like you could look at age, gender, locations, countries, regions, platform as in Instagram versus Facebook, desktop versus mobile, time of day, all these different things. And you can see how many leads came from where, the link clicks, the purchases on your website, how many post comments, post shares, reactions, all these crazy things you can see within advertising platforms. So it's my job to kind of break down the audience and see, you know, what's working best so they get a better idea for their business as a whole, right? Because it's not just for Facebook advertising. If, you know, if we're running ads to 1 million people, right? And we see that 80% of the leads are coming in from people aged 35 to 50, males, blah, 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 then that's probably their target audience, right? That's probably their demographic. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing an age range of 32 to 50, which makes sense for a real estate type business. Seeing a lot of male, we're seeing all these kind of things. We're seeing Instagram's performing better than Facebook. This is why you need to make sure that you not vet your clients properly. I guess vet your clients properly, but it's not always gonna be about what I do. It's like we need to work together to have the best results. So if I'm seeing something that they can improve on their side, I have to be able to work with them to tell them, right? Like over the last month or so, I've gotten, generally speaking, like 250 leads. So 250 people signed up to take the webinar, right? The webinar is hosted once a week. Out of those 250 people, only like 30 to 35 have showed up to the webinar. 13% of people who signed up actually showed up. Now that sounds like a small amount. In like reality for webinars and in this industry, the industry average is only probably around 20%. So 1 out of every 5 people that sign up actually show up to that webinar. I'm just giving you this info just to kind of show you like where my mind is at. So we're at like 13%. We need to hit the industry average or get above that. Like what are things we can improve? Is it, you know, after they sign up, are we sending them emails each day in and day out that provide value to them, that give them more incentive to show up, right? Are we like, what other things are we doing to make sure that they do get their asses in the seat, virtually speaking? And those are the kind of things you have to bounce off with each other. And those are the kind of things they're looking for in a long-term partner, someone who can bring ideas and bring value to them that way, as well as run the Facebook campaigns, obviously, which I've been doing, and other things I want to talk about with them. But that's just a basic breakdown of what I'm trying to bring to the table for them and what the kind of work and the kind of stuff you're going to have to put in behind the scenes in order to be successful and capture these clients. You got to know your stuff. And I have a lot of young people that reach out to me and they ask like, how can they get involved in freelancing? Like, especially a lot of college students. They're a marketing major or whatever. And my first reaction is always like asking them, what are they teaching you in marketing? Because I can almost guarantee you that what they're teaching in marketing is super outdated. Like if they're going through textbooks, then it's probably outdated, considering this is where you need to be. If you're doing marketing nowadays, like you need to be social. If a company's not running paid, if they're talking about paid marketing, if they're not running paid traffic through social media, then they're so far behind in the game. And the fact that these platforms change. Facebook makes changes to their advertising platform weekly, if not daily.
So the fact that they're learning from a textbook inside like a school is a really bad way. The education system when it comes to marketing is super, super broken. What I usually tell them is to find someone in the marketing department of their school, someone that actually does marketing, right, for other companies or something like that. And if they do, you know, if they have been successful, then there's no doubt in my mind that they're doing this kind of marketing. And ask if you could sit down with them for a little while. Ask if you could shadow them. Ask if you can, you know, sit in with them while they're creating a campaign or what, you know, just pick their brain on those kind of things, because the real world experience you'll get from that is so much more valuable than what you're going to take away from a textbook, because you're not going to remember any of that shit, and it's not helpful really when it comes to this stuff. And I also say, like, you're never, ever going to stand out from the crowd. If there's a million marketing students, right, you're going to need to stand out by building up a portfolio on your own. So you need to offer work for free, ground level, and work up. And people ask me, like, how do you start freelancing? And I always say Upwork is the best site that I've used for finding clients. And this client I'm working with now is from Upwork. These companies or these people come on and they say, like, hey, I'm looking for a website designer, I'm looking for a social media marketer, fill out an application or whatnot, and then eventually you either get on a call or you don't. And, you know, I tell them that that's a great site, but the thing is, like, when you get on interviews with these people, like, they're not looking to hire people that don't know what they're doing. So if you try to just break into something and you're trying to get into freelancing, you're trying to get into the marketing industry, but you really have no experience, they're gonna sniff through the bullshit like that. Like, you'll never get hired, which is why you need to put in the work prior to thinking you're gonna get paid and thinking you're gonna make this an actual career out of yourself. So it always just starts with doing the dirty work, doing the groundwork, getting real world experience. You're gonna fuck up a lot in the beginning, but that's what it is. Gotta get ready for this call. I'll talk to you guys afterwards. Set up the ads in Facebook. You can either run it on a lifetime budget or a daily budget. You run it on a lifetime budget, you have the option of which days or which times to run ads specifically. Cost per leads go up on like Friday and Saturday. So what I'm thinking is maybe shutting off ads Friday, Saturday. On the landing page for the webinar sign up, just for signing up, we're gonna send you our top 4 direct mail lists or templates or whatever, right? I was thinking that maybe this is something we could test, that instead of just sending that out, maybe use that as an incentive for people who show up to the live webinar, as opposed to just giving them out right away, you know, because that could be something that you include in those indoctrin videos or just the technical emails or whatever, right? As you can tell by the last couple clips, we're out here in Florida visiting my grandparents. The community's like Whoville. Every house looks exactly the same. But it's nice as hell out here. It's like 85 degrees while y'all are dealing with some hailstorms up in Jersey. About to head to the beach, and that's gonna conclude this video. So, if y'all enjoyed, thumb it up, subscribe if y'all new, and I'll see you next Saturday.